everyone, I'm Monique Jacobs with Open Gate Quilts. Welcome to our Thursday night live. Last week we tried to do it Wednesday night, as many of you know, but Facebook was not cooperating, so we couldn't do it. And then Thursday, Mark and I went on vacation to San Diego, which we had an awesome time. But then, of course, I came home with a cold. So last night I was going to do the burgundy and blush, and there was just no way. You guys would not have loved seeing me snotting and coughing. It was not a good situation. So we're doing tonight. So tonight we're going to do the Splendid Sampler 2. Excuse me if I cough. That will probably happen, but I'll be okay.
Folks, she's going to cough all over me.
Yeah. Mark has not even touched me, come near me. He's like, I do not want to get sick, and I don't blame him. It's not fun. Especially flying when you're sick. It's not fun at all. So, but anyway, we're back. I'm feeling better. Things are good. We're doing the Splendid Sampler 2 tonight. My block was featured on the Splendid Sampler, and I'm so excited to show you how it goes together and to show you how I'm doing it in Coastal Chic Boutiques. So just before I forget, next Thursday night, we're going to try once again for the burgundy and blush. So 3 times the charm. Let's hopefully that we're going to do it. So this is actually a good thing, because if you want to download the pattern before then, go ahead and go on to Maywood Studio. So it's www.maywoodstudio.com, and they have the free pattern you can download. It's under burgundy and blush. And so if you're wondering what it looks like, this is it here. So that is what we're going to show you. And I do have a block if you want to pan over to the block, honey, and show. Don't forget to say hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
So that's the block. So I did a block so we can show you. So it's really cool how it gives you that kaleidoscope effect. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually make that. Even though it does look complicated, it's not at all. So we're going to do that. Another thing is, if you're interested in a kit, I know that Bear Creek Quilt Company has kits. So go on their Facebook page and they will have it announced there. Also on their website, you can order a kit directly through there, or you can call them up and they will get you set up with that. So they do have the kit, so you could even sew along with us if you're interested. Now, I did have one lady ask if it's available in Canada. My suggestion is check with your local quilt store. If they do not have it, check with a U.S. store. See if Mark's giving Tilly the facial where Tilly likes to lay. This is where Mark was going to be walking, and she lays right there. And show them where the bed is, where she should be laying. That's what happens when you have dogs in the picture. She has not left me alone since I got home. She's like, A, you're sick, B, you've been gone. You are not a good mom. So now it's been totally hanging out next to me. So anyway, back to the burgundy and blush. So if you if you are in Canada and you are looking for it, and you can't find it at your local quilt store, check with, you can check with Bear Creek. They might be able to send you something. And check with your local quilt store to see if they know of anybody, and even call down to Maywood Studio or E.E. Shank, that's the parent company. They may be able to point you in the direction of where you can get that. Their website is maywoodstudio.com, so that's where you can get the pattern, which is free, and then you can find out if you can find the kit. Welcome to all old and new followers. I'm so glad to be back. I really missed it, didn't you, honey?
I always have a good time.
Yeah, we always have a great time. So it was really a bummer last week when Facebook was messing up. We tried like several times and we just kept getting blank. We tried at 8 o'clock again and that didn't work. So we're just like, okay, that means we're not supposed to do it tonight. So we just went on vacation and came back. So we're going to do open arms. Let me see what.
Hold on before we start.
Oh, don't forget, don't forget to comment. Tell me where you're from. I love to see where everybody's from. And share. What else do we do?
Tell all your friends about
Tell
our page.
all your friends about us.
Tell them to like our page.
Yeah, tell them to like our page, and so you can see what we're doing. We love to do this. We've been working on the Splendid Sampler too. We've have free patterns several times. I always try to do a giveaway. Speaking of giveaway, the giveaway this week is Glory Days. One lucky person, whoever comments, gets the PDF of Glory Days. It is also on the website for sale. So if you're interested in this quilt, it is an awesome red and white quilt. And I did a scallop boron just to add a little bit of interest to it. So I used a bias binding so it would go around the scallop. So that is Glory Days, and it's on my website, opengatequilts.com. So check that out. There's some
bias binding.
It's not that bad. We have done, that's another thing I wanted to mention to everybody, is that we have done several different, for those who are new, we've done several different tutorials going back. When did we start? I don't even remember. What was it, September or something like that? And all the bunch of tutorials go over a whole bunch of different things. So look back on there if you're interested in anything. It's all on our Facebook page. They don't go away. So if you are wanting to do the Splendid Sampler too, and you see some of the blocks that you're interested in making, go check those out, and you can see. I haven't done them all, but I've done quite a few, and we'll keep sporadically putting them in there depending on what we're doing in the meantime, because it's always nice to shake things up and do some different things. Another thing, if you're interested in me doing something, let me know, because we are always open to new ideas, and we love to do stuff. We are having a great time doing this Facebook Live. So this week we are doing the Splendid Sampler 2, which I was honored to be in. This is my block, Open Arms.
What page is that?
It's on page 50. Thank you
And how
very
did they
much.
get this great book?
You can get this great book through either your local quilt store. I'm sure Pat Sloan, because it's with Pat Sloan and Jane Davidson, they have it on their Facebook page or their website. I'm sure even Amazon carries it. So if you're interested, it is published through Martingale. And so anywhere that sells Martingale books will probably have this. But it's an awesome book in that there's so many different techniques. And that's why I've been pulling different tutorials from it, because there are so many different techniques. There's hand applique, there's machine applique, there's paper piecing, template piecing, so many different things that we as quilters want to learn. And it's good to, if you know how to do them, to get a refresh, pick up some tips. If you don't know how to do it, learn how to do it. So that's why we're doing it. So that is my block. Of course, I lost it here. Let's see if I still have it. Page 50. Don't forget that. Should just automatically go there, right? And I wanted to point out, this was done before Mark and I were married. So that's why my name is wrong on here. So if anybody wants to just like cross it out, that's what I should do, just cross it out and put the correct name in. So but a lot of people know me through as Monique Dillard, but I'm a Jacobs now. So not only are they showing, did Pat show my block, she also showed this block on the Splendid Sampler today, and it's by Anne Marie Cheney. And of course I better put my glasses on.
Radio Silence.
Radio Silence. I really like this block. I think I might actually do this one next as a tutorial. It'll be a great way to show how to use half square triangles and flying geese. And I just happen to have a couple tools that would work for that. And then the other block, is that the block? That does not sound right. Happy Days. There it is. I was going to say that one we already did. So this is the one, Happy Days by Chelsea Stratton. So this block here is part of this week's blocks. And then one by Pat Sloan, which is really kind of cute. I really like it too. And it would be a great way to show how to do some piecing and applique. and it is called Hello Sunshine. Such a happy block. So that's another block that they're doing, and see how she pieced it and then appliqued it. So that's a really kind of a neat thing to see. So this is the blocks, but we are doing my block. Does anybody have any questions yet, dear? As I'm getting myself prepared here, finding my block again. Excuse me.
No, just a lot of people from everywhere, and Mary Jo's sick, and
Sorry, Mary Jo. I
Yeah.
feel your pain.
yeah, so, but hello for everybody, from Rhode Island to California. Thank you.
Nice, very nice. And thank you everybody for the well wishes. I had a lot of people say, get better, I'm trying. And it was really nice of everybody to say that yesterday.
Yeah.
I am feeling better. We're ready to roll. Okay.
Let's get to some 60-degree angles.
Yes, there we go. Okay, quickly I wanted to show you some of the blocks that are in the book. These are the blocks that I've done. I haven't shown you all of them yet. I've shown you how to do this one so far. We did this paper piecing. We did this one. So I'm continuing to do them, and I'll continue to show you how to put them together. And remember, I'm doing it out of my awesome fabric line, Coastal Chic Batiks. And because I love them so much, I'm going to do this quilt. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. I've got quite a few done. I should have more done, like Mark said. You don't have that many done. Well, life gets in the way sometimes, so I'm working on it. All right. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do these angles here. There's a couple of different tools that I have. Some people call it the split rex. This is the Deb Tucker's ruler. And then we also have the tri-rex ruler. Now, I originally used the tri-rex ruler. I am starting to use the split rex ruler. You can get the split rex ruler either off of Deb Tucker's website, so it's Studio 180, I believe. Let me see if I can find her website. Anyway, just Google if you can't find it, Deb Tucker's split rex. So if you just want to hold it there for people to see. So this is an awesome ruler. She does the same thing as I do. She oversizes her pieces and squares them down, and that's how I like to do it. So that's what I've been using. I use the Tri-Rex for years. As you can see, this packaging is well worn.
It's yellow.
It's yellow. It's been used so much. But it worked great, and I'm going to show you both. The nice thing about the split rex is, like I said, you can oversize and trim them down, whereas with the Tri-Rex, they are the exact size. So what you do is, I'm going to show you how to cut this. Now when you're looking at this, I am going to be cutting my angles using this, which is the Rex tool. And when I'm doing these, I'm using batiks. If you're doing regular fabric, to get the mirror images, what you need to do is you need to put wrong sides together and cut two at a time. Don't put right sides together because you're going to get the same angle. We need a positive or a regular and then a reverse. So with this, what you do is you cut this 2.5 inches because that's the size we're cutting. You line this up along the bottom here, and this little bit up here at the top. Excuse me, I'm gonna cough. Excuse me.
Yes, folks, I want to get sick for you.
This is as close as it's been to me since I got sick. Okay, so I'm going to line this up here, line that up here, and I'm going to cut here. But before I move my ruler, I'm going to also cut that little nibby off there. So it's got a little bit up there taken off. So that's how you cut the first cut. The second cut, you're going to rotate the ruler like a Frisbee. So you can rotate it around. Again, line up that angle, line up the bottom, and line up there. Just move just a little bit there. Excuse me. And then, I gotta move it because I can't. Cut, and then cut the bottom. So you cut that little nub off there. So you get that little bit of an angle. Okay, you're gonna do the same thing for your light. I gotta trim that so I get a nice edge off there. So I have, and I just folded this. With batiks, there is really no right and wrong side, but when you have regular fabric, you're gonna put wrong sides together. I'm gonna line that up here, line that here, cut, and cut. Tilly's barking at something. We're not sure what, but she's barking. All right. So there, we've got our pieces. Now, when you put these together, you're going to open them up like that, and you're going to go them here like that. So see how we've got two going in opposite directions. The angles are different. When you sew them, you're going to line up. The reason you cut those little bits off there is so you could line it up there, line along that edge, and line it up there, and sew your 1/4 inch. So it actually works out pretty good. With the split rocks, let me show you how that works. That one, you're gonna cut it a 1/2 inch bigger than the size, and it tells you all this in the instructions, so if you're confused on what I'm talking about, same thing with the Tri-Rex. All the instructions tell you how to cut it, and what size to cut everything. I already pre-cut this. This is 3 inches because we're making 2.5. This one, I'm gonna line up this thicker line here, this line along here, and cut. Again, I have wrong sides together, even though with batiks, it doesn't really have wrong sides. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rotate the ruler just like I did with the other one, but this is a little different because, see how it says second trim down here at the bottom? Can everybody see that? No, it's light, but you can see it. Mm-hmm. And this lines up along here. So this here gives you that angle. So I'm gonna cut that. All right, so I get my 4 pieces. Do the same thing with your dark. So you're gonna cut your first one here. So you don't actually cut your little, I wanna say tail, but I don't like it because it's dogs. So the little nubby on there, you don't cut that off on these. So then you just keep doing that. And it's the same idea. This is how I do it when I'm working with batiks because I can't tell which is wrong and right. I'll open them up and I'll do this and line them up. So I know I've got the mirror images. And then I'll just put this on here. Now, when you're working with this, it doesn't matter too much how you line this up. You just kind of want to center it the best you can. Whereas this, for the Tri-Rex, you really need to be careful on how you line them up. So let's go to the sewing machine and I'll sew those too. Meanwhile, you want to look at questions, honey?
Yeah.
Oh, live TV with dogs is fun.
No questions.
No
so far.
questions, okay. All right, so I'm using my 1/4 inch, my scant 1/4 inch, and I'm going to line this up so that angle is going to be lined up along the edge here. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So my 1/4 inch seam. Okay. Now notice too, between the tri-rex and the split rex,
sounds like we're talking about dinosaurs.
I know it is kind of funny the names they come up with. It probably has something to do with the angle.
Sure.
Yeah, I should know that. Being a math major, I should know these things. Never really thought about it. All he does is shake his head at me, ladies. That's all he does. Yep, that degree in math really helps. All right, so see how considerably different sizes they are too. And notice too, I did one way and one the other way. So we have both. So I'm going to come over to the ironing board. You want to come on over here.
Okay.
And remember, when we press, we want to set our seams first using my Awesome Melissa iron. And then I'm going to use the edge of my iron and press into the seam. So set it so I don't get any seams coming up, and push it in. All right. So now, come on over here. We're gonna go back over to the cutting table. This one is all ready to go. This one needs to be trimmed off. This is the split rex ruler. So this one, I'm going to check it to see. I know I have a ruler. Oh, I happen to have a open gate ruler. I'm going to check that right there and see. And see, it's actually really good. So it looks 2.5 by 1.5. So it works out pretty good. You just have to be real careful and line up those little nubby ends on. Notice too, this doesn't go right to the corner, and it shouldn't because of the angle. Your 1/4 inch seam's gonna come in here like this, and you're gonna be fine. So let me show you how to use the ruler to trim up your split rex. What you'll do is, there's 2 angles on this ruler. So if you look here, I've got my, let me show you here if you can see it. My 1 by 2 inch finished, and that's the size we want. So I'm going to use that line, and I'm going to line that up right along my seam. And trim it, and trim. And then you're going to rotate it around, and you're going to again use the same line and line it up. And notice there's quite a bit of cut off, but that's okay because look how nice and perfect that is. And it looks really close to that one. So if you have both and you want to do this, you could always use this to square your other one up as well. But I'm going to show you how to do this size, how to use this ruler to do the other angle. I just happen to have some right here. Okay, so you can't use, because when I did this, I used this angle. So now, instead of using this angle, I have to use this angle because that's the way that angle rolls. So I'm going to angle that one along there, trim, rotate it around, and trim. So I'm going to line it up again on the angle, but now I'm going to line it up on the 1.5 by 2.5 and trim it. And there you've got your mirror images. So that's how you would use both of those rulers, depending on which one you have or which one you want to get. If you don't want to get either, you can always use the templates. in the book. They work just as well. I think they're very similar to using the Tri-Rex. Remember to cut off that little point so that you can fit them together. So to put the block together, once you get these angles done, it's actually quite easy. You're going to put your 1.5 inch squares together, and then you're going to sew your 1.5 by 2.5 inch piece. And when you put this together, remember you're going to have a 1/4 inch seam, so that's going to suck that up, and then this is going to be your finished piece here. Once you have those done, you need 4 of those for your block. You're going to follow the way that this goes here. So following this direction right here. And remember to follow the pressing arrows just like they are in the book. And then you need a 1.5 inch square of your dark. So you put it together like that. And then to put your block together, I have a couple of them made. You're going to put these opposite there. And then this one goes here, here, and here. And once you have these all sewn together, you're going to have your open arm blocks. And where did the name come from? To me, it looks like those are arms opening up to give everybody a hug. So that's where that came from. So that's how you put your open arms block together. Any questions?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Let's see the questions, or I guess hear the questions. While he's looking at questions, and I was going to ask if anybody would like any particular block that they would like me to do next. Either the ones on here or the ones in the book. Just put number, whatever number you want me to do, I can do that. It's always fun to try different techniques, and I've done pretty much most of techniques, but it's always fun to try something different. This one was kind of cool because they did it with English paper piecing, and I actually appliqued, and then they had embroidery, which it reminds me of my childhood because I used to love to do embroidery. It just was a fun thing to do. My parents still have one of my embroidery, and it's very rudimentary in their house, but it's so nice that they still do that.
So a couple questions about products actually tonight.
Okay.
So
all right.
Number one, what light is that right there? Is that an Ott light? Sold at Joann's?
This is not an Ott light. It's an ultra bright. And it actually was a gift from my friend Sue. And this, all the ladies are gonna love this. There's a fan on here.
Nice.
So as you're sewing and you're getting hot, that fan will waft onto you. So check that out. I do have, and I don't have it here, but I will bring it next week. I have an Ott light that is actually my favorite. It's like a gooseneck, so I can move it all over the place. But what I love about this is the fan part.
Gotcha.
It's nice.
Second question.
Sure.
They want to know. Our friend had somebody was at the door, and they didn't get the name of the rulers that we're using.
Oh, come on over. I'll show you one more time what rulers that are used. Okay. So the ones that you do not oversize are the Tri-Rex. And another great thing about the Tri-Rex ruler too is that you can also do your these square pieces, which are, they call them the Tri-Rex, but sometimes they call them Peaky and Spike, just depends on who's calling it. And then you can also do the Rex part, so you can do this part as well as that part. So that is the Tri-Rex ruler. That's the one I showed you first. The second one is the Split Rex ruler. The Split Rex ruler is by Studio 180 by Deb Tucker. And this one you oversize and square down. The only thing is with this one, if you put those two together, you can still get that unit that the Tri-Rex makes, but you have to actually sew them together. She does have a ruler for this particular piece as well. So depends on if you're a tool person like me. Of course, I have that ruler. I've got all the rulers. So if you are interested in that, she has that as well. And then also I wanted to point out too, honey, next week, if you are doing the Burgundy and Blush quilt, a great ruler to have is my Fit to Be Quarter 6.5 and companion rulers. I will show you how to do those. Makes half square triangles perfect and makes this super easy.
And the rulers are easy to use too.
Yes, and I'll show you how to use this. And it comes also with a free pattern. This is the free pattern. This is the quilt, and it's the free pattern.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's the quilt that you can make using the ruler. And this is on sale. So it's on sale till after next week we do the Burgundy and Blush quilt. And so check that out. You can get that before we do the class next week, or you can get it then, but it will be on sale only till like next Sunday after that. Also, so those are the rulers that we use, the two that we use. This one we'll be using next week.
So, do you have another question?
Sure.
So in the Splendid Sampler 2 book,
yes,
you have a paper template versus using a ruler. Are they to be trimmed to size as well?
They are exact. So it would be like using the Tri-Rex ruler. So the templates are exact. And if anybody is interested in seeing how I did templates, it wasn't last week because we weren't here, it was the week before. And I showed you how to use freezer paper templates. And that's another thing I can do is I can show you how to use plastic templates so you can see how to make those and reuse them. So that's another thing. You can use either that, or you can use either plastic templates or any of the two rulers. There are other rulers on the market too, so if you have a ruler that does a 60-30 degree, you can try those out. Do a test piece before you do it just to make sure that you get the right size and that it works out good. So, but you can certainly use the templates in the pattern. I saw them there today. So, any other questions?
Take a look when we can.
Okay. So I did pretty good. I didn't cough too much tonight.
Yeah, you did really good
Surprising,
tonight.
yeah. I thought this morning I might not be able to even talk, but things are good. Things are going good. And of course I'm standing right over a sheepdog, which is right under my feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, just like I said, everybody here commenting
Excellent.
from Rhode Island all the way to California, all the way to Alaska tonight.
Yay!
And of
Hi,
course,
Alaska.
Wonderful Canada too as well.
Yes, of course.
So, folks.
Fellow Canadians, hi.
Yeah. So, folks, to win this great pattern, one lucky winner. But in order to win, you got to share, and you got to like us, you got to comment, and of course, invite all your friends to like
Yes.
Open Gate Quilts
Yes,
on
right.
Facebook and Instagram.
That's right. And check out our website, opengatequilts.com. We're always putting new things up. We've got, I try to put a sale up every once in a while so you can get in on the sales. If you don't happen to win this pattern, it's up on the website, so it's up as well, and we always come up with some new ones. But don't forget, next week we're going to be doing the Burgundy and Blush, so if you want to follow along, go ahead and download it and get it before so you can see how to do it. And again, that website is maywithstudio.com, and you can download that for free. And then you can also get the Splendid Sampler 2 and check out that and get that. So
Be sure to check out Pat's site and
Yep.
of course Jane's as well. They're great friends of ours, and
yep.
We'd love to share.
That's
with them.
right. Get everybody knowing what we're doing. So, and for those of you who don't know, we do this every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central, unless Facebook messes up or we happen to go on vacation. So no vacation plans for a while. So we'll be here for the next little while. But we really love to hear from everybody, and thank you so much for watching, and quilt, bind, and enjoy. Bye.